Most product founders think that selling wholesale is as simple as charging half their retail price and uploading their products to Faire, or starting to cold email pitch retailers. The reality is that wholesale is an entirely different business model than retail. Once you understand how wholesale functions, it can be the most powerful way to scale your product business. I'm Jen Boston. I help founders turn product based businesses into retail ready brands that are built to scale. Today, I'm going to walk you through what you must know to get your business wholesale ready before you ever pitch your product to retailers. This is the foundational framework that my clients use to get into stores and turn one-off orders into consistent recurring reorders. If this is already clicking for you, I'm teaching a full breakdown inside my upcoming workshop, Double Your Wholesale and Retail Sales in 2026. You can grab the link in the description to join us. Here's the truth. When you decide to sell wholesale, you're essentially running two businesses under one roof. Retail and wholesale require completely different policy systems, pricing structures, sales cycles, timelines, and expectations. This is why so many founders struggle. They try to shoehorn wholesale into the rhythm of their existing retail business. So this is also called direct to customer, or D2C for short. They then try to apply the same launch style, same timelines, sales assets, and it simply doesn't work. They'll struggle to get orders. If they do, they're probably quite small. They definitely don't get reorders, and sales reps just are not interested in repping their brand. This is the first shift you must make. If you don't treat wholesale and retail as two separate businesses with two separate strategies, you're going to hit walls on both sides. Product brands that are able to scale successfully understand that there will be a wholesale and a retail arm to their business, but they plan strategically so that the two can be integrated seamlessly under one roof. This is why it's so important to understand the foundations before you dive into wholesale. One of the biggest mistakes I see is that most brands launch new products when they are ready, not when retailers are buying. This results in missed opportunities, wasted efforts, wasted money, and confusion about why no one's really responding to your outreach. Wholesale has a very specific buying calendar, and it occurs much earlier than the retail buying cycle does. Store buyers have predetermined budgets for buying inventory for their stores, and those budgets open in January and July. Because in wholesale, buyers are placing orders months before the actual selling season. So in January, they're stocking their stores for spring and summer, whereas in July, they're finalizing orders for fall, winter, and holiday items. Some categories, like calendars, for example, actually sell one entire year out in advance. So this means that your catalog, your marketing materials, need to be ready before they start looking during those times. And your product launches need to support their buying calendar, not yours. When my clients learn this, it is not uncommon for their wholesale orders to double, not because the product's changed, but because their timing finally aligned with buyer behavior. They're releasing and selling products to retailers at the right time. Once you begin to adhere to this timeline, you instantly look like a professional brand instead of a hobby business who isn't really retail ready yet. So I'm curious, which side of your business do you spend more time thinking about right now? The retail sales or your wholesale side? Let me know in the comments below. Most founders obsess over getting into stores. My clients learn to focus on staying in stores. And this is because retail is transactional and wholesale is relational. Let me explain what that means. On the retail side, you're selling one product to one person who buys emotionally, quickly, and often based on personal desire. But on the wholesale side, you're selling an entire assortment to a buyer who's evaluating their own profit margins, their sell-through, your packaging, sales assets, replenishment cycles, and whether your brand will just take up space on their shelves or whether it will actually earn its keep once it's there. Retailers are absolutely interested in trying a new brand, but they will only reorder if your products sell through once they're there. A common mistake I see is that a product brand thinks their work is done once they fulfill the order. The reality is, wholesale is an ongoing relationship that requires nurturing. You have to be invested in making sure the product sells once it hits the store shelves. So this means having shelf-ready packaging that can convert from at least 3 feet away. You have to consider if you've made it easy for retailers to merchandise your products on the shelf. They're unlikely to buy or reorder if they have to purchase new fixtures to accommodate your products based on your packaging design. Sometimes, in an effort to be unique, we actually make it really difficult to merchandise our products on shelves. So, you as the brand also need to provide the retailer with the assets they need to sell your products once they have them. This means providing training materials that educate their staff about the product and your brand so that they can answer questions from customers. You'll need to provide professional quality photos and pre written descriptions for the store to use on their website and on their social media channels. This also means following up with the retailer to make sure the products are selling, to see if they need any additional support, if they have questions, and if they're ready to replenish and reorder from you. But here's the biggest shift: wholesale is a partnership. You are responsible for helping the retailer to sell your products, not just shipping the boxes, hoping for the best. So, this is why you can't take a direct to customer approach into wholesale. You aren't just pitching a store, you're proposing a partnership that needs to be profitable on both sides. When you understand this, your entire wholesale strategy changes. If you're ready to take wholesale seriously and you want a clear plan for scaling both sides of your business next year, you need to be at my upcoming live workshop, Double Your Wholesale and Retail Sales in 2026. I'm breaking down the exact strategies I teach inside my coaching program, Built to Scale, the same ones my clients use to become retail ready, grow their wholesale, and create predictable sales across every sales channel. The link is in the description below. In the next video, we're going to discuss the real reason your brand isn't getting more sales. So be sure to hit the subscribe button so you don't miss a thing.